How are you guys doing today? I wanted to bring you guys, today I wanted to bring you guys this video about clout and clout chasing. And this is a sensitive topic, and I know it's gonna, actually I don't know how it's gonna rub people, but I already made a video about it and it really opened a lot of people's eyes, and I'm so excited to talk about this. Because in the last video, basically what I explained is that you really don't need to focus on social media and clout. And I know that's controversial, but let me explain why. Or somebody commented that whether you should chase clout depends on your goals, and that if you want to do music professionally, then you have to basically be a clout chaser. Otherwise you're just going to be doing it for a hobby, and honestly that's completely false. And you really can make a career out of music just doing whatever is true to you. And that's why I made the video in the first place, because there's something called the 80-20 rule, and what it states is that basically 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of your actions, or for 20% of your fans, or from 20% of X, Y, or Z, whatever it is. 20% is always going to reap 80%. So if I plant a garden, then 20% of my plants are going to be very, very fruitful, and they're going to bear the majority. Maybe it's not going to be exactly 80% in that case, but you guys know what I mean. And if I look on my channel at my top videos, 2 of my videos have almost all my views. So let me pop it up, or let me just pop up my SoundCloud. So as you can tell, I have 119K views total. I have about 24 beats on here. I really should post more often. I don't really post. But as you can tell, this top beat right here has 47,000 views, and it has 1,500 likes. 47,000 divided by 119,000. So it gives you 0.39. That means one of my songs has 0.39. That means it has 39% of my views. One track. And how many tracks do I have? 24. So let's say I made another one of my tracks has just a little bit less than that, then that's getting up to 80% just with 2 tracks. So oftentimes it's even more skewed than 20% creates 80%. Sometimes it's 1% gives you 90%. So for example, with one hit wonders, that's kind of the type of thing that happens. Yeah, of course you need to meet people and put yourself in positions of exposure, but just don't trade authenticity for clout and limelight. Doesn't last. Only a select percentage of your fans are consistent and high revenue. 20% rule. You can't always be in the limelight, so focus on building depth rather than chasing fame, so that when it passes, you're fine. Or if it never comes at all, you're fine. Be yourself. Clout is just the tip of the iceberg. 90% of an iceberg's true size is what's under the surface in real life, literally. So let me show you guys. I don't really have to show you guys. Okay, look, over 90% of an iceberg's volume. And I'm just using this as a metaphor, right? So the clout is this. I mean, you can definitely focus on this and expand this, but a lot, your true support is below the surface, is the deep fans. It's not what people see. It's not the number of views you get. So focus on just doing you, because you don't want to be on that train. And I mean, it's a choice, but those that live off of the train of clout, honestly, they are in a dire position at all times. They're always worried about how to stay up top and how to stay in the limelight. Whereas there's those that make tons of money, have tons of success. Like if you look on Producer Grind's channel, just go on Producer Grind. You see a bunch of these producers just like me or you or anybody that's watching these videos. We're all producers here. And a lot of them is not people that you, they're not famous, but they're eating. And they just get their placements. They have their nice modern studios in the house, or they go to the studio. They got all the equipment they need. They got the connections they need. And you know, some of them have a following, some of them don't. But I just want to separate following from success, because that's something that I realized. And when I realized I'm not making any money off of Instagram, and so why am I on it? And I don't want people to look up to me for my appearance or what I look like, right? I want people to look up to what I do for them. And that's what you need to focus on. What are you doing for people? What's the art and the content and the amazing music that you're putting out for people? What is that? That's what matters. Because if you put good content, you're gonna eat regardless. It's not, and people see it. It doesn't matter if you get 1 million or 200,000. You're gonna eat, because it's what you do for people, you know. And this channel helps a lot of producers out. That's why I have any little amount of success that I may have. And it's crazy to me that how many, like, I recently hit 50,000 subscribers. And the thing that will happen is, if you just be you, the clout might come to you, but you won't care. It's just gonna come and it's gonna pass, as it inevitably does, unless you reach legend status for good reason, like a Michael Jackson, Drake. In that case, your clout will stay. But in most cases, you fade out of the limelight. Like, every rapper eventually fades out, or at least goes in the background, you know. And you don't want to be the one that's dependent on the light. So focus on what you're putting out and what you're doing for people. You know what I'm saying? What your music is, how good your music is. Don't hop on a trend. Don't hop on a wave because it's popular. Because, let me put it this way. If you have fans, that means they love you, right? So if you are being somebody else, is it you that they love, or is it what you're being that they love? And so what they really love is they love the wave. So don't try to be the wave, because the wave is going to change. And unless you want to conform to that wave all the time and basically be a clout chaser, like somebody that depends on the limelight, then make your own wave. And I'm passionate about this, but I just wanted to share this because it's so clear to me. It's so obvious that you can just be yourself and do things for people. Like what I did with my channel, I just started making beats, these long 50, 40, 45 minute videos that nobody was doing, that's never gonna get 1 million views. And then I ended up getting a lot of success and a lot of subscribers for me. At 17 years old, when I was doing this channel, at 10,000, I was already eating. I was already making as much as my teachers in high school at 10,000. And it's because the quality of what I was doing was myself. I was being myself. I was making these long technical ass videos, but they were always what people needed to see. and the in-depth techniques. I was not just making videos that look good and make me look like trendy and make me look like a catchy producer. I was just making videos, and people came to me and asked me to start actually selling drum kits, start selling packs, and at 10,000 I was making as much as my teachers in high school. So I was sitting in class bored, impatient to get out, and just looking at my phone and getting PayPal notifications. And I'm telling you, there is so many people out there that's eating and we don't know about them, or they have so much love from the small following they have, even less than 10K. And I guarantee you there's one person on your SoundCloud right now, one person that saw it and liked what you made and is hoping that you don't quit. Meanwhile, there's people with millions that everyone agrees is popping. Like, everyone agrees that they're the shit. But nobody's really hoping that they keep you're gonna have some fans, but it's not the number of people, it's the quality of what you do. It's the value is in yourself, no matter how much your numbers are. So I just wanted to clear that up. What does it matter to me if how many people watch what I'm doing? If you blank out the views, the video is still the same. It's just gonna be just as helpful. It's gonna be just as good or just as bad. So focus on what you're doing. Okay? Anyways, signing out. Passionate little rant. Check out my Lush kit. That's the sound I was playing at the beginning. If you have Serum for your the VST. But yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.